I'm still Yapo, and with me still is Lucos.
Hello, this is the second half.
Yep, of Nuffleheim against Agent 355's Gorrest Fump.
We saw there in the ejected box the Bombardier was banned for using a secret weapon.
Yep. He's only got one bribe in this game because our TVs are fairly close, and he's saving it for the chainsaw, who is out this drive. You can see him there. The guy on the line is the Fanatic, who is strength 7, but only goes in the general direction you point him.
Well, that was a nice catch.
Yeah, that's also not where I kicked that ball at all.
No, it can scatter up to 6 in any direction.
Yep. And
7 if you include weather changes.
8 if you include weather changes, but
Can go 8.
there's one scatter automatically. Oh look, and he rerolls successfully.
That's what Fanatics do. They kill things.
Yeah, they go in the general direction you point them, which is why he's missing players.
You don't get to choose, but they get to block effectively 3 times every turn with MA7.
With MA3?
MA3, strength 7.
Yeah, they generally get 3 dice because of strength 7, but... And this is a rarity. He actually failed the chainsaw roll
That's impressive.
on armor value 7. Secret weapons are all kind of good, but kind of bad in some capacity. They have trade-offs. Like Chainsaw has to roll every time he goes to make a chainsaw block and see if the chainsaw kicks back on him and takes him out.
You generally don't fail it that much.
It's a 1 in 6, and he doesn't have loner or anything, so it's easy to reroll, but
Yeah.
fails
Also,
more often
I
than you might
absolutely,
think.
I love his chainsaw guy's name.
Yep, and it's another miss next game on my dirty player
Well, he got what was coming to him.
by his sneaky git goblin.
Have we talked about Sneaky Gate yet?
I don't think so.
It basically means you don't get ejected on a double when you foul.
Unless you break armor.
Yes. Means
Sneaky,
that double ones don't do much.
right, sneaky git is kind of the way to foul liberally without having to worry too much about being ejected. It's kind of the, if you want to throw one random block and just go with it.
It's quite a nice skill. I like it a lot.
Yeah, and there's another rarity, because the chainsaw roll is +3 and adds to his roll when he gets knocked down, and didn't even break armor.
That's kind of going that way for the whole game for you, isn't it?
Yeah, a little bit, but you know, I did make some mistakes in this game. It's not like I've played this to the best of my abilities and am just getting completely diced.
Can't really complain.
It's more really I'm getting not the best dice and making poor choices, and that combination is just not good.
Well, I've yet to see anyone who plays perfectly.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't happen. You can have better games, but like I said, the dice aren't helping this game at all. We'll leave it at that.
The dice tend not to be on anyone's side, really.
I don't know, that game with the cool guy and J Assassin, it really seemed like Nuff was like watching over cool guy.
Well, yes. I kind of agree with J Assassin, though. I think there's something with Cyanide's random number generator that makes it biased towards both ends of the scale.
I don't know, I haven't looked into it. I know how Fumble's random number generator works. I haven't checked Cyanide's, but
I'm fairly certain Fumbles is okay. It feels reasonable when you're playing.
But part of the problem with making the claim that the random number generator supports extremities is that everyone that plays Blood Bowl has confirmation bias very, very strongly.
Confirmation bias is always an issue with this kind of thing.
So, like, that's one of the biggest things about when people talk about Blood Bowl dice is it comes up.
Fanatic being absolutely useless there.
Yep. There's
And
the chainsaw
Chainsaw
goes.
not.
He actually would have
That's
broken armor
good.
without the chainsaw. He rolled an 8.
Yeah. Chainsaws don't have to block typically as well. They go straight to armor roll.
Yeah, same with stakes, but stakes don't get the bonus.
Stakes are pretty good though.
Not stakes. Stakes is an ability that modifies stab. I meant stab.
Stab.
Yeah, Dark Elves have assassins who have shadowing and stab, and it's really cool.
They're awful players, but a lot of fun to use.
I'm kind of sad that Random Haji needed to drop out because he was talking about getting some. So
I mean, they never... Oh, dead goblin.
yep,
He
that's
won't
a little
appo
better.
that. Did he really apothecary that?
I guess he did.
Did it have any skills?
Had sidestep, I think.
I wouldn't have done that.
I don't know that I would have either, but most people probably will say that I shouldn't have apothecaried a lineman.
Yeah,
So
true. I mean, with a Yeti around, I tend to save appos for big guys.
I will never appo a big guy
Really?
unless they've got a double or something that like some very strong reason for me to use the apothecary on them.
Been stupidly lucky with most of my big guy rolls and ended up with block on the majority of them.
So I was like, all right, this is gonna be not great.
That's a dodge and a going for it.
Yeah, and then a second going for it if he doesn't get him down on the first block.
That's a lot of dice.
Yep, but I kind of was like, I really need to get this ball back because, you know, if he scores again, I'm in a bad shape. Also, if I can pressure him, that makes him score faster and gets the secret weapons off the field.
He does have that one bribe.
Yeah, I mean, but he's got 2 weapons out, so.
Yeah. That's not a knockdown.
No. And he's got sidestep, so I can't control where he goes.
That's going to go into a
Negative 2
one
dice
block.
block.
-2.
Nope.
Nope.
Going for it.
Never work.
Unless you're goblins, apparently.
Or unless you need them.
Yeah, Fnatic hitting the right spot there.
Didn't do much.
Nope. But thing you'll see here is if Fnatic goes into a guy who's down, he actually makes another armor value and an injury roll against that guy.
One of the things that makes them really entertaining is that they can juggle a guy. They knock him down, they run into him again, then they run into him again once more, standing a really good chance of killing them.
The other interesting thing is that you can actually block your own guys with a Fnatic.
Yes.
There are actually one-turn touchdowns with Pogoers where you can push your own Pogoer down the field with your Fnatic if you do it right.
That relies on some silly luck, but I love the idea.
There are a bunch of really kind of crazy one-turn touchdown setups that people have come up with for different teams.
It's very Goblin to have your Fnatic push your Pogo down the field.
Yeah, it's pretty silly. Goblins are a pretty silly team. And fun fact, Suds McChud is my only tackler.
Yes, and everyone on Goblins has dodge.
Yep. And the Pogo has block, so I can't even use that to get him down. And that was nice.
Yeah.
Nice bonus. And I have a plan here. People are like, wait, why are you blitzing with a blockless Ulf first?
I see what you're planning.
Do you see my plan?
Yes, you're pushing him into that range.
Yep. This way I get...
Into the tackle range.
No one else has tackle. But this way I get 8 dice on him instead of 4.
You didn't get a single POW, did you? Ah!
It took 8 dice,
Hey, you got the pickup.
but I got the rock. It's 4 agility. It's good times. So,
I must say, I've had strings of dice like that where I've got entirely pushes, and it's those games that really make you appreciate just how funny Blood Bowl can be.
Yeah, that's the thing about Blood Bowl is the worst player in the game at doing something can do can do it on a 6. The best player at doing something can always fail on a 1. So
Jump up's an incredible skill.
it is that. 2+ to block from the ground is pretty amazing for players that you want to punch.
Plus, full movement always is
Yep.
really useful. I
actually won a fumble game against 7 Deadly Sins last night because he forgot about jump up.
it's what makes Norse Blitzers really good, because they start with it.
Yep, and it's an agility skill, so you don't normally get it on your murdery players.
It's great for the runners though, if you're making a bashy runner.
I think it's great for the runners in general. You also notice the chainsaw, like the rest of the goblins, does not start with dodge.
He doesn't. That would make him a bit powerful.
Yeah, so he's fairly easy to knock down. Although most people don't take dodge on their first level, they'll take something like jump up so he can saw people from the ground.
Makes sense. He's not a player that's designed to stay alive for long.
Yeah. You can see there again the whole blocking into someone on the ground.
Just basically keeps a guy down permanently.
Yeah, it's he's also not been doing great about managing his really stupids, which has been great for me since when you stupid you lose your tackle zones, and that means I can just run away.
It's an easy thing to forget about, having to leave a dude next to your troll before the troll moves.
And this isn't great, but he can't get any assists on me.
That's sort of the most effective half cage you can make.
Yep, and he fails to dodge, so.
Stunty dodging is always 3+, but then again stunty dodging is always 3+, and 3+s have a tendency to fail.
Especially when you really need them to work. Luckily for me though, the guy with the ball, Mangle Armor, is 4 agility and dodge, so this is really easy.
That's terrifying, don't say that, it will fail.
I was gonna move and I was like, wait, before I move, he's blocking the negative assist, so I'll punch the pogo. Yeah!
Ah, success. Only badly hurt, but it's off the pitch now.
Yep.
Is that a level or not?
Yep, that's, I believe that's a level.
Thought so.
He might have just got 14, I can't remember.
I'm really nervous for this.
I was too, you can tell. No,
Success.
Doesn't even need the reroll.
Don't make me going for it. Oh good.
I try and avoid going for it whenever humanly possible.
No, me too. Too many bad things have happened on going for it.
And I was, just trying to make him make dodges to move out and all that other fun stuff.
You do still have your blitz.
Yeah, I realized that right about now. I was like, wait a minute, I haven't blitzed yet. Actually, that came up in the when I was talking with Agent Live. I was like, I should block that troll, but I need an assist. All right, we're doing this. Dauntless is going to do a thing.
Dauntless did not do a thing.
Yeah, it did. I don't know why.
Yeah, it did.
I don't know why I rerolled that. To be honest, that was not the best choice.
Dauntless really did a thing.
Ball and chains, they're 7 strength, and they can throw up to 3 blocks a turn and can punch guys on the ground and all that other fun stuff. The big disadvantage is that if they ever fall down, they get KO'd at a bare minimum. You can hurt them still, but even if you don't break armor, they automatically get KO'd.
Have I mentioned that I love how really stupid players follow players that are going around them? I don't know if that's a quirk of Cyanide, but it just pivots on the point as the player's running past without doing anything.
Also, Agent was kind enough to point out that I removed the tackle zone from his chainsaw so he could just chainsaw blitz me. After, making me going for it in a chainsaw roll and then the armor roll and...
Yes. Did he point that out after he chainsawed you?
He pointed that out as he was preparing the chainsaw blitz.
Ah.
And stunties, so
Lots of dodging.
But at least the trolls are still stupid.
Well, yes. Shadowing doesn't work.
No. Never work. Which doesn't even make sense, because he's still got extra movement. I mean, that should be...
Shadowing isn't that likely with MA6.
But I'm still not in a horrible position, because his main ball carrier is out now.
This is true. And in all honesty, most goblins can't carry the ball.
Yeah, goblins get punched really easily, especially by Norse, so... The having the block on the pogo is really, really helpful as far as getting the ball downfield.
Well, staying up.
Yeah. And since he's out now, I don't have to worry about that.
You still have, a good 3 turns left.
Yeah, and I've got doing the Elfie thing, got a runner in scoring position. The reason I started doing the blocks like this first is I wasn't sure if he was going to try and step onto the ball or what.
I would have stepped onto the ball with him and hoped for a really nice crowd scatter.
Yeah, that's That's always a possibility. That's why I didn't want to move like my throw or anything before that happened. Jelly, you can see there, Peyton's got a level.
Peyton level could be good.
Squizgar's got a level too. He's 16 at 16 now. And the last kickoff, the weather changed, so I can actually pass now. It's like, screw it, we go in elf.
Can't pick up though. This isn't that bad.
Yeah, no, it's not bad. The ball's down there, but Odin diving catch gives him a +1 to catch, but you know, so he can catch on a 2+.
But still failed.
Yep.
Diving catch, I think it's underestimated.
I would tend to agree, but
That +1 is really useful.
for 3 agility, definitely.
Yeah.
4 agility, not so much. You can just, you know, take doubles or get Nerves of Steel or something.
Nerves of Steel is a terrifying, terrifying skill. Oh, failed for teammate.
Yeah, failed the landing, but didn't even break armor. Like, these have been the best TTMs as far as, like, nothing happening. This never happens. TTM always kills players, either yours or the other guys that you hit. They're never this safe.
TTM's another really good sound effect in Fumble as well.
Yeah, that's I do enjoy that one.
Chainsaw did nothing.
Yep. And you can't get away. Once you chainsaw, you can't move.
Shadowing
Yep, it's actually working this time.
did a thing.
And he failed his dodge, so...
That's how shadowing's supposed to work.
Yep, that's exactly what it's supposed to do. Also, he got level, so he can get tackle or diving tackle or something now.
Your team, I think, could do with a bit more tackle.
I would agree with that sentiment. I was like, shit, I got 2 turns left and no rerolls. Let's go for the guy that's got a pickup on a 2+ instead of a 3+.
2+s are pretty safe. 1 in 6 chance of failing. It's not all that bad.
It's better than a 3+, at least, at the bare minimum.
I'm surprised how quickly you've eaten through rerolls this game.
Yeah, I've made some poor choices in regards to rerolls, I won't lie.
It's very tempting to do.
And that's, too, a big part of Blood Bowl skill, I feel like, is reroll management.
It's the part I haven't worked out yet.
It's kind of important, you know, because you only get... You have to expect to fail certain actions. And when you're going to fail them and what's important enough to waste one of your precious rerolls on is...
Yes. That was an expected success.
It's like, oh, thank God. It's like, alright, I got 2 turns now. He's within scoring distance as it stands. We're okay. I can tie this up. I'm going to tie goblins. Awesome.
Those trolls don't have break tackle, do they?
Nope, just guard. I think one has strong
Okay.
arm. For awesome TT image.
Oh dear. Oh, that's fine then.
Yeah, disturbing presence. Doing a thing. Actually, had he not had disturbing presence, I think that would have been an inaccurate pass. Or no, it would have been a fumble still.
Ah. Shadowing, not doing a thing. Chainsaw, still doing things.
Yeah, and that's bad because it's the 4 agility guy.
You can still make this.
Yeah.
It's not too many dice to make this.
No, it's not too bad. I'm gonna get 2 turns left, so
Double shots.
yep, that was good to see.
On a troll as well.
But I snaked the armor roll too, so
Doesn't really matter on a when it's not your turn. Ah, always good to see.
yep. And miss next game chainsaw.
That's going to be a hard next game.
I don't know who he plays next game. I think it's Undead, so that's not going to be the best. It's like, oh, Odin can use a touchdown. And then I had the dilemma here of, should I stall for a turn? Because Goblins are one of the teams that have a legitimate chance at 1-turn touchdowning with throw teammate.
Without a pogo? Ah, sorry teammate.
I
I
mean,
wouldn't stall, but I never stall in Goon games.
it's slim, but I really didn't want to lose this because I could really use some money.
I can understand that. Do you get extra money for drawing?
No, you don't. But my thought here was I'll knock down the goblins. So worst case scenario, he can't throw them, and they can't blitz me. He'll just have to try and hit the guy.
Wild animal being wild animal.
Yep, but they're still a disturbing presence. So
I think it's between Yetis and Rat Ogres as to what's the best big guy out of the box.
red ogres are really good though because they can take mutations on doubles.
Yes.
Actually, all Skaven can take mutation on doubles, which makes Skaven probably the best team.
They're really far too good.
And just for the hell of it, it's a throw or foul.
I tend to foul them. Big guys, when I can. It's just nice to see them off the pitch.
To be honest, fouling a troll is kind of a waste because of regen and armor value 9.
Never trust regen.
Yeah, no, the game against 7 Deadly Sins, there were 3 deaths on each team, and he was playing Necromantic, which has regen on almost everyone.
Ah, failed to a teammate, that's how it's supposed to happen.
Yeah, but he lands just fine. No biggie.
I'm disappointed we haven't seen a goblin get eaten.
Yeah, no, like, these have been, like, the best throw teammates I've ever seen.
I tend to throw teammate every turn when I can, because it's just so much fun to do.
It is, but, like, they just haven't been doing anything. And, yeah, I tied goblins, because I made some bad choices early in the game, but didn't lose, so.
Tying goblins, not that bad. Could be worse.
Yeah, and I've got 2 missed next games, so.
70,000 though, on the winnings roll.
If I actually get that, that'll be enough for the next elf.
Would be nice.
Mangle Armor is 3 SPP from a level, because he got MVP, so he'll, probably get a
Chainsaw Guy's
touchdown.
getting MVP is scary.
Also, I only got 40,000 off of that, because the game lies, and Cyanide is full of bugs.
Cyanide being Cyanide. Normal roll for
Squizgar.
Squizgar.
So general agility, normal roll for Peyton, so general or passing.
I still think Sure Hands might be quite good on Peyton.
Sure Hands is good in that it gives you another chance to pick up the ball, and you don't have to spend rerolls on it since we only have 2. But, you know, there are other good skills. Accurate would be nice considering how much I throw with him, since, like, 8 of his SPP are from passes.
Pass SPP tends to add up very quickly.
Get 1 or 2 a game, and it builds up in a hurry. But yeah, so hopefully against Halfers next week, I can get 30,000 needed to buy another Ulf, and we can get back to full strength.
That only requires a roll of 2 on the money table.